Welcome or welcome back. It's good to see you today. My name is Vix and this is my channel, Goddess of Gore, where I like to talk about horror, thriller, fantasy and sci-fi books. Today I thought I would do a quick little tag video. One of my favourite things, snacks. We all love to snack, unless you're a robot with no soul or joy, but the rest of us, yummy. This book snack tag was originally made by the Midnight Reader, and that channel and the video is linked in the description box, and I saw this tag being done on the channel Storytime with Sid, and that's linked below too. So let's just get on with the prompt then. Prompt number 1, Sweet, the chocolate chip cookie of books. Pick a book that is warm-hearted, uplifting and makes you less cynical about the world. I think you all know what I'm going to pick for this. Of course, it's got to be... You thought I was going to say TJ Klune, didn't you? But no, I'm saying that for another one of the answers. I'm picking Legends and Lattes, of course. Travis Baldry probably didn't know what the hell he was unleashing upon the world when he thought up Thimble, the tiny little bakery chef, the master of tasty morsels. But my God, I'd die for that bloody ratkin. This book is feel-good wrapped in paper. It's a goddamned paper hug, and everybody should be made to read it at least once in their life, by law. Prompt number 2, Salty, inherently craveable. Pick a book or series that you couldn't stop reading or reaching for. So right now I'm loving the Grant County series by Karen Slaughter. I have been enjoying the 2023 Back to the Thriller that I promised myself I would do, and I'm really having a good time in Grant County right now. Prompt number 3, Cheesy. Like Cheeto dust, you can't escape the cheese. Pick a book that you love because of or in spite of its cheesiness. This is what I was saving the House in the Cerulean Sea for. It's so lovely. You know it is. You've heard the love for this book, and yes, it's pure cheese. It's cream cheese. It's cheesecake. It's 100% schmeeze. You bloody well know it's going to serve you cheesy happiness right until the very end. It's going to put the most impressive cheese board anyone has ever seen at Christmas to shame with its sheer diversity of cheese on this slab of wood. If you don't know, this is about a man who works for child services in a grey building with grey weather. He's given a special assignment to go to a children's home to check on some extraordinary children. As he gets to the island with his cat, the clouds part, and he's living in full colour. The children there teach him what it truly means to be alive and loved and safe. She's approved. Prompt number 4, Deep Fried. You bit too soon into the hot batter and got burned. Pick a book that hurt to read. So I am very proudly a T. Kingfisher fan. I read from her a while ago, before the cozy fantasy people, and I include myself in this, began to love her for Nettle and Bone and things like that. And I really got burnt with her last book, A House with Good Bones. I requested it from NetGalley. The very second I saw it on there, I checked my emails daily to see if I'd been granted access to the hidden sanctum of an advance copy, and I kept saying, they're not going to give it me. My review rating percentage isn't enough. They're not going to give it me. They won't let me have it. And then they did. And wow, I opened that puppy up the minute I was given it. And it wasn't very good. I was really so sad. I'm not put off though, and I don't want anyone to dismiss T. Kingfisher if you didn't like her latest book. She writes so many different styles of books that one of them will be your favourite, I promise. Prompt number 5, Ice Cold. Sometimes the snack you want can only come from the deep freezer. Pick a book that transports you to a cold place. Without a question of a doubt, this has to be The Terror by Dan Simmons or Dark Matter by Michelle Paver. Both of these were set in the freezing plains of the Arctic, and do they ever puts you right there in the blistering cold that you could practically go snowblind from reading them. The terror is about a vicious creature following two groups of men who are part of an expedition to locate some part of the Arctic Circle or something like that in the 1700s, I think. It's picking them off one by one as they slowly starve to death. And if the creature doesn't get them, the other crew members will, as they turn wild and feral. It's very long though, so if you want something shorter, then Michelle Paver's ghost story set in the Arctic will do just as well, as a small crew of 4 are sent to a haunted outpost. Prompt number 6, sour. Some things are too sour to keep a straight face. Pick a book that you made faces while you were reading. So a lot of gross stuff does make me laugh while I'm sat on the sofa. I will be reading about some squishy, gloopy stuff happening and I'll be smiling and just saying, ew. I'm trying to think of something violent I've read recently that isn't particularly extreme horror or something less obvious. Something maybe like The Sun by Philip Mayer. That was very graphic, especially the Native American parts. It's probably completely inaccurate and possibly offensive to the American people, but it was so graphic that I was actually wondering how it was just a regular book. The Sun is about 3 generations of landowners in America starting in the 1800s, so it's set over a very vast timeline. And the first timeline is so gory and so horrific. The rest, not so much. They're very much about love and inherited grief and all that stuff. Prompt number 7, the healthy snack. You picked this up because it was good for you. Pick a book that you read to improve yourself in some way. And I genuinely don't read to improve myself. I read purely for titillation and escapism. But I guess I read some of the speculative fiction last August when I read some of the Ursula Le Guin Prize shortlist. I felt pretty good for reading something that was so weird and strange. I mean, I don't get a lot of the very speculative stuff, and The Week of Weird was something really outside my usual book choices of books. And I enjoyed what I read for that too. I just find speculative so over my head, so I kind of improved my thoughts on weird fiction, I suppose, with those 2 events. Prompt number 8, juicy like an orange or a watermelon. Ooh, I love watermelon. Some snacks have plenty of pieces to share. Pick a book that is profoundly shareable, a book you want others to read. Oh wow, I really do feel slightly responsible when someone reads something I've recommended and they hate it. There's nothing worse, is there? But I recommend Rosemary's Baby to most normal readers, as in someone not a voracious horror consumer, because most people these days haven't heard of Rosemary's Baby anyway. I mean, I love the film, but you know, Roman Polanski, Peter. But the book is absolutely brilliant and it's not too long, and I think it's kind of aged well considering it's 56 years old. This is about a young married couple who move into a gothic looking apartment building in Manhattan, and they have a couple of overbearing neighbours who seem to make all of their dreams come true and possibly could be part of a cult of Satanists. But when Rosemary wishes for a baby, well, this might be her nightmare rather than her dream. Prompt number 9, the snack pack. Everyone wins when you swap and share your snack. Tag some friends to do the tag. Everyone. I tag you all. That's it. Let me know what your favourite snacks to munch are. I love popcorn and crisps and chocolate and nuts and fruit. Tasty little nuggets of love. But anyway, let me know if you do this tag by giving me a little mention in the description, and then I can go and watch it and see what books you pick for the prompts. Oh, And don't forget to like this video if you did, and subscribe if you want to hang around for a little longer. Make some good book and snack choices this week, my friends, and I hope to see you all again soon. Until next time, bye bye.